I thought we played against a really good ODU team, well coached, Mike Jones, and I thought just again the response our guys have to adversity, right? You get down. Obviously, it's the first game of the year. You want to start off great, but I don't know if it's a little bit nerves. I thought we missed a couple shots early and probably took a couple questionable shots, and we weren't on it defensively, the assignments. But I thought the response, just no panic in our group. And it starts with our player leadership with our three captains, Peter Suter, senior, obviously Evan Psaro, junior, then Ian Elmer, junior. I thought their voices in the huddle, even while we were down. I knew we were going to respond. I knew we were going to come back just because of what they were saying, how calm they were. It was just about doing your job. You weren't going to get it all back at once, but starting to chip away at it. And I thought we started to, towards the end of the first half, started to get it going. The tide had kind of turned back in our favor, even though we were down at half, but that you could tell the momentum had really shifted.
Yeah. What can you say about Ian? Like, obviously I mentioned he might not have shot well, but you always talk about what players can do in other areas. From my top of my head, he led us in rebounds. He had a huge block on a transition play. Obviously you're talking about his voice and just staying active. Is that some of the growth that you've just seen from him?
Yeah, it's why he's voted as a captain, by his teammates. I think just a all-in, great teammate, about others, just plays to win, man. And he knows how to impact winning. He didn't have one of his best offensive nights, that's for sure. He'll bounce back, I'm sure, this Friday. But he had some big rebounds, like you said, an enormous block in transition. Just a million different things you can do out there to impact winning, and he understands that.
You also preach, obviously, physicality and winning that battle. Early on, it looked like they might have came out a little bit stronger on that end, but ultimately we finished the game shooting more free throws. Also shot 80%, which is huge, and we out rebounded them. Did you like what you saw from that end as the game progressed?
I did. I thought we made you get what you emphasize as a coach, and I thought we really made a big deal about just rebounding going into this game. It's always a concern you have every game. It's about shot. Like what's the shot differential? And what I mean by that, the team that usually gets up the most shots is going to win. So you have to control the defensive glass, limit them to one shot and one shot only. They were 13th in the country in offensive rebounding percentage last year, ODU was. So he knew that was the number one key to the game. And I thought our guys were physical with their blockouts, limited them to one shot. I think we got 83% on the defensive glass, which is tremendous. And then offensive rebounding-wise, we were tremendous as well. We got a couple of huge tip-outs for second chance opportunities that really allowed us to pull away. Trey Perry had a massive one that I think that was the first time where we took the lead there in the second half. He had a big offensive rebound that led to an Almar Atlas in three.
Speaking of Trey, I want to bring up the other freshmen as well. Trey and Tyler saw the most action. I know Kyle came in there late. What did you like that you saw from them? Moving forward, I know it'll probably be different depending on the game and matchups and things of that sort, but what do you see from them moving forward?
Yeah, I think, Tyler, he scored a bucket inside, obviously. He's a hub. I see it every day in practice. His ability to shoot, his ability to score in the low post, his ability to facilitate, almost be like a point guard from the center position, is very, very, very high level for a freshman. So really excited what he's going to bring on that end, kind of being a hub for us. And then I think you see in Trey Perry, it's like Trey can really score, but he's tough. You feel him out there. He plays with force, how he pressures the ball, how he crashes a glass, had a big deflection, created a turnover there. Just like little things. I think Trey's starting to figure out, okay, man, I can impact winning in a lot of different ways just with his toughness and motor.
You get ready to take on Trinity Christian this Friday. Obviously, a win isn't a win until you do it. But what can you gain from this, especially maybe just from an experience standpoint and, just coaching and what you want to see from your team and getting to where they want to ultimately be?
Yeah, man, we're in this marathon right now. It's a long race, all the way till March, and it's just continuing to get better. I don't care who we play, where the game's played at. It doesn't really matter. It's about us and us only. And can we get better within our system? We got a lot of room for improvement. I can tell you that. Seeing that obviously on Monday night against ODU, just defensively, some of the mistakes we were making, can we get those cleaned up? Offensively, can we continue to execute better, create better shots, have a higher even shot quality than we had again on Monday night? I want to see that stuff come to fruition on Friday night against Trinity.
You're going to look to make it 17 straight home wins on Friday. Just what can you say about how big home court advantage is, and also just just how your guys have been at home, over that stretch?
Yeah, I think a great mark of any really healthy, good program is you got to be able to protect the home court, right? And my first couple of years, we didn't do a great job of that. Um, and winning helps. Like, we've been able to build some momentum, getting all the students at the game, which was awesome on Monday night. I heard them nice and loud, which was great. And they're like the sixth man in the arena. And they make it they're like the heartbeat of the place, and they can make it a really tough place to play. And it's worth points, trust me. It makes us play better, and I think it also hurts your opponents at the same time. So it's been big for us, to solidify kind of who we are as a program. Is you got to be able to control home court, and we've been able to do that, and hopefully continue to do that here on Friday night.